Hi everyone. This one might be my last misadventure on West of Loathing. Oh my god, that sounded so dire. Anyway, I think I'm actually right to the end of the of the game. And that may mark is only the 5th game I've ever completed in the entirety of my... No, I'm just kidding. I do have a long history of playing video games and getting stuck at a point and I can't finish them. But there are more than 5 that I have completed in the course of my life. Mostly because I like games like this where it's not quick on the draw and it's just a game. Kind of casual. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. Somebody mentioned something in Chuck's house. A little that you can switch the labels around here and then you can get beyond. Little pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. We're gonna take the switch the labels. Surreptitiously swap the labels. Chuck doesn't even seem to have noticed. So let's go talk to Chuck. Excuse me. What's on the menu? What about the special tea? Yes, a special tea blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Oh wow, it just started downpouring outside. Excuse me, I know you guys can't hear that, but it scared me for a minute. Oh, that reminds me, I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while staring at you. After a bit he starts to feel drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my fluid down for a few minutes. It's been a long day. Please excuse me. Oh, he goes to sleep. So, can we get into his bedroom that always sleep on? Yeah, you better be a creep on. Oh, Chuck's key. Yoink indeed. Okay. So then we can do... Whoops, excuse me. This. Oh, it went away. Go in. Doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected. Unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. I am horrified by an unmade bed. Oh, hey, look, there's our missing crab of mail. Anyway, missing mail. Modern steak oil and, oh, gee, locks and how to pick them. In the bottom of a locked basement. That's clever. Wonderful placement. That thing I said was a book was actually just a book-shaped rock wrapped in leather. Alright, my mistake. Well, is there anything else here? The blank postcard. I got another blank postcard. Alright, let's go upstairs. As you're climbing out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yeah, I've been stressed out recently, so I took a day off and rented a room here as a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup. Those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia, too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it. So I've been tracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure. No problem. Yeah, well, I guess that is sorted. So... I want to go back to Breadwood and see. Yes! Found the man too, he's on my issue of Mayor's Monthly. The camp has only... There's a note at the bottom. Oh, we are now the only problem this place has. The railroad is now the only problem this place has. Was that my horse or yours? Okay, so, the other thing I want to do, which I've kind of been afraid to do, because of the possible consequences, is read my necromancy books. So that's the other thing on my list here. Oh, oops. Excuse me for a minute. I have to answer that phone. Actually, I don't. Never mind. Let's see. Where did my other necromancy book go? Do I only have one now? Dangerously Advanced Necromancy. The Dark Howdy. Alice growls, gives you the hairiest of eyeballs. Book is just the word howdy over and over again in incrementally more horrifying typefaces. You turn the last page, the book vanishes, a puff of black smoke. You've got clouded eyes. Really? Don't I have two of these though? So that's the other thing I wanted to do. There it is. Dark Forbidden Secrets. Ray's skeletal. A skeletal gunslinger. I'm so excited. Dark says yes. Ray's skeletal book is in a language that you don't understand, but you gradually get the hang of it as you read. First you figure out the word for gun, and then you figure out the word for teeth, and then you kind of just skim through the rest of it. Ray's skeletal gunslinger. Okay. Corrupt obsession. That's all the books I have. You've gone too far. Oh gosh. Okay, and I have a modern snake oiler here. I think I might have read this. You've learned all the techniques of this magazine. You did manage to pick a few tricks. Tips and tricks from letters to the editor, though, so it's not complete waste. Yeah, I thought I'd read that one all the way through. So, I think I'm going to pop these up a bit, because what I want to do now... We're gonna go to the graveyard. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at my parks. Alright, let's see here. Clouded eyes. Ooh! Negative 25 pistol attack damage. I'm glad I waited on that one. Examine loose teeth in your inventory to enchant them. Oh my gosh! You care less and less about worldly matters. Your interests lie beyond this plane's final curtain. Oh, I'm so glad I waited on this last couple. They are kind of more harm than they are good, especially the more of them that you read, but I just wanted to see what they were. I wonder if she's mad at me yet. Commute measured in days. Okay. So, let's go up to the cemetery. Because I want to see my new skulls in action. Okay, so what do I said? Loose teeth? Alright, let's see. Loose teeth. I know I have, like, far too many of them, but where are they? Did I go? I probably went by them already. Alright, hang on a second here. Ah, there we are. Loose teeth. Insert sell them. Alright. Okay, let's go pick a plot. 8. I think I might have gone that one. Yep. 9s? Oh! 358, my lucky number. Alright guys, let's see what this is like. Insercelled tooth. Summon. Oh, hey. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, and the Dark Howdy. Let's do it. Raise your mysticality by 10 at lower your muscle and moxie. Oh, okay. Shoot, Alice. Just because I want to see what my gunslinger does. Oh, hey, that's actually kind of cool. I will use the yodel on him. Okay, that's enough playing around. Do it! Oh, actually, that sucked ass! Oh my god, I feel like I just ruined it. Oh. Did I used to pride myself on my abilities with the pistol? So, on the huge retrospect of things, that's why I waited. Well, I waited because I figured, Alice is the one who's all like, you know, anti-necromancy, and I figured that, there had to be something. You know, that if I read too many of the necromancy books, she would leave. And so I was waiting on them, I just didn't want to, and, I go through the game all well and good without it. I'm sure you can. Especially since the majority of the time I didn't even use the necromancy abilities. But it just, when you get far enough into it, then you, I think I would say do the first one, that's the skeletal thrall, it's just a spell. Second one is the vampiric yodel, which you pull energy from your opponent. Those ones I think are good, but if you go beyond that, then it's just kind of like, what are you doing? And the repercussions for them get worse and worse. The first one is like, let's see, raised skeletal body, that's that one. White hair is the first one, it's -3 moxie. Emaciated is your second one, it's -3 muscle. That was something else. Okay. Yeah, nope. Let's see. Raised skeletal thrall. Thin blood is that one. It's -10 maximum hit points. I mean, and if you're keeping up with all of your stats and everything, you can even yourself out. Because, I mean, your dead eye, you have the ability to keep that. There are 3 more levels I could have done there. So you could have sat and ground away so that you had your abilities as a necromancer, but also your abilities as a sharpshooter. Let's see, withered muscles are the next one. This is when it starts to get heavy. That's -5 melee attack damage, and that one's hard, especially if you use your melee weapon a lot, which I actually didn't. But then there was this one, Clouded Eyes, that's what sucked. Negative 25 pistol attack damage. It's like, no, it's not worth it. And then Corrupt Obsession is negative 50 meat gains and negative 50 item finding bonus. So, that's what happens, everyone, when you leave off on the worldly gain and only worry about the things that happen after. Alright, so I'm gonna go watch the credits now. Thank you, everyone. If any of you watched all of the videos, yes, I know there's gaps in the middle because my videos got shot to shit. So, but anyway, I'm gonna press 1 here in a second, and thank you everyone so much for putting up with me, my banter, my bad voices. But thank you for joining me, because above everything else that I do badly, it was fun. So, some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes. But thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. Oh, look at why is that trolley being pulled by a horse? Look at them all. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, takes a lot to take Norton out, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, oh yay! He managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. Oh, look at them all! Oh, look at all the houses! This is, you don't actually get to walk past that point. Oh, that's cute! Dissatisfied. Oh! With the thought of returning to her old life in Burning Springs, Doc Alice opened a free clinic in Frisco and lived out the rest of her days as a practicing doctor. Frisco's loose moral atmosphere and the opening of a mercury mine a ways down the peninsula meant she stayed too busy to worry much most days. The clinic was so important to Frisco's eventual counterculture movement that a popular song was written about it. The refrain was, "You could get rid of anything if you want at Alice's clinic." You could get rid of anything you want. Oh my gosh! Oh, and I got an achievement for that. What's up, Doc? Oh, look at them all! The one with his unibrow. After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Lois moved to Frisco and opened her own shop specializing in artisanal breads and pies. Unfortunately, after some unknown vandal kept breaking in at night and destroying all of the pies, she had to switch to a breads only business model. Oh, look at it! Oh, that's so cool! Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His cult fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth because the first rule of Kurtz Fits is that you cannot stop talking about Kurtz Fits. Oh, look at them! Kurtz till it hurts. No Kurtz, no pain, no Kurtz gain. The musicians you sent to Dirtwood formed a band called Bread Zeppelin. They mostly did songs about skeletons. They were great. Oh, look at I like the one over here in the corner with the glasses. I think she was the one from the train, the middle-aged northeastern woman. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching posts. There were even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade and the buttery basket, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. Oh, that is so cute! Oh, look at the new facade on the buttery basket. Oh, look at the rehabilitated horse. Olive Garden and Cactus Ball lived happily ever after. My favourite part. They even had a few young ones. Oh my god, some of them walking, one of them is a cactus. How cute is that? Can you like click on them or anything? No, okay. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal or allegation for many years. That, you know, he just needs to fix that noose looking bird feeder. You won one of the reenactment scenarios, Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Yeah, because I only stopped to do one. Remember when that Runa gal came through here? Yeah, she's not very good at this game. That's because I kicked your assets. With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, whoo-hoo-wee! Oh my gosh, look at them all! Hey, I think that's one of Cactus Bill's boys. You're remembered as a local hero in Dirtwood. Thanks to your efforts, it became twice the town it was before you got there. They even put a statue of you in the main street. Oh god, I don't want to see that. It washed away the first time it rained because it had made it out of salt, but still, it's the thought that counts, right? They made a pillar of salt out of it. Oh my god, look at the one in the striped hat! As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Friscoed and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to seek your fortune. Unfortunately, you ended your adventure nearly penniless. Oh well, maybe Rufus can find someone else to look up to. Oh! Oh, is this my house? Look at my gun set. Ah, hey, that's my Stetson. Is that my hat? Is that my house? Look at my house, all you. Oh, look at the hat rack. Oh, my spittoon hat. Why are only 3 of them there? The spittoon hat, the sack hat, and the experimental Stetson or whatever it's called. In 1906, all the remaining cows in the west were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic, single-minded herd, led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus. The cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. I'm gonna be upset that I'm gonna be upset that I did all that necromancy now, I think. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know were dead by then, and most of humanity had moved to space. Still though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. Wow, look at it all! I wonder if that's like all the pieces, all the different places like lined up together. Thank you for playing. Credits of Loathing. Writing and design. I want to point this one out. Riff Connor, if for any reason you actually ever watch this, I want to say you did an excellent job. One of my favourite parts of this game, writing and design, so it would be Riff Connor and Jack Johnson, so as I see they both have writing on theirs, was the dialogues, the descriptions of especially the spittoons. Descriptions of the spittoons, the descriptions of the people, the descriptions of the situations. The dialogue was witty and snarky all the way through, two of my favourite things. The animation was really nice. They kept it in that simple format and I love it. Especially once you got like the nostalgia mode. Once you hit nostalgia mode and you watch it in nostalgia mode, you're just like, oh, it's a quite like old... what did they call those? The old moving pictures, daguerreotypes. It was like that. It was like playing one of those, and it's wonderful. And the music, I like how you had the music over here, and it was good, like the main thing that's playing right now, and it's just silently Western. And then there's the more like the fight musics, the musics in the different places, like when you go to the Buffalo Pile and how it's like the creepy music, and then it also like when you're at the Fort of Darkness with all the hippies and how it was like 1970s music done with instrumentation that would have been out in the Old West, and it was really clever and kind of quirky. Overall, it's an excellent game. If you guys get to this point in my video and you have not played it, play it. Play it. I'm trying to think, it was $15. It's up on Steam. Or you can go to Asymmetric's website too. When I get to posting this, I'll try to... I'm gonna write myself a note right now. I will put a link to the game on Steam and also the Asymmetric's website, because I guess they have one before this called Kingdom of Loathing that I've never played, but I am sorely tempted to, simply because of how good this game was. It was really cool, guys. And if you watched all my videos, there is a gap in the middle. That being said, I have watched other people play this game, and they have done things that I did not do. They ran into like the random places that I did not do. You know, they were able to do other things that I didn't even see, and in different orders. And the same goes for me. My situation, the way I went through everything, was unique to me. So if you were to play it, or even if I were to play it again, I think I'd be a beanslinger next time just to see what that's like. But if I were to play it again, I think I would stay the hell away from the necromancy. But, sorry, my wording was kind of not choice there. Hell away from necromancy. All the same, I would be more than happy to play it again because the situations are different. It's just an interesting game. So if you haven't... But, if you did watch all of my videos, thank you so much for joining me on all of my misadventures. I will find another set to do. Yeah, I'm always full of ideas. I'll find something. Alright, so, I will see you guys next time. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, look at those extra ones. The whistling was one person, Chelsea Greenwood. Mr. Lieutenant Time Bonkers, still great. Oh, there's more! Oh, okay, I'm just gonna... hang on. All the folks at Indie Mega Booth, but in particular, those people. All the families and friends that we've missed so very much these past few years. Everyone who played the demo at PAX Indiecade gave us feedback. Oh, how cool. And beta testers! Those are always important. They're important because you put a game together and you don't know how it's going to work, where it's going to work, if there's going to be things that don't work at all, if there's little bugs. My brother put a simple one together and he had us all play it, and it was really interesting. But yeah, beta testers are interesting. And there you go. If you enjoyed West of Loathing, you might also enjoy our free browser-based game Kingdom of Loathing on the internet. It's kingdomofloathing.com. There you go, guys. Alright, so that's it for West of Loathing. Have yourselves a wonderful time.